I mean, I like the list that was it Negusen? Negusen made? They're cool. All right, round 3, vintage challenge versus Wep. What do we got? Whoa. Oh, why it be like this? Ooh, why it be like this? I mean, I might just keep it. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I might just go Lotus Ancestral and just pray. Man, that sounds bad. Why can't this be a Sapphire? I think I'd snap it off if that was a Sapphire. Ah, man, I don't. This hand's got some stuff going for it, though. I think I'd probably snap this hand off if I had a probe. Oh, it's definitely a trap. You're not wrong. This hand is 100% a trap. It's pains me. Bro. Yeah, or it's Ancestral Recall win. And so much worse. Can't believe you made me do this. This hand is a trap. Keep it. That's what I like to see. That fuzz. That's what I like to hear. uh. All right. All right. This hand is like so lame. Like incredibly lame. Am I supposed to keep a breach? Probably. Is it Doomsday again? Oh, it's Bug. Hmm. That's annoying, right? Hmm. I don't hate the idea of Dak Vaden fetch land. And, I mean, both these decks are technically banned in Legacy, right? So I don't really know if that flies. Ooh, that is a dastardly play. I don't like that one. What is this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a problem. Got a problem. I feel like we're gonna lose this game. I mean, opponent hasn't done anything, but it just feels bad for me. Like, maybe I'm supposed to force this Goyf because it attacks my Dak Vaden, but I don't know. It looks pretty sus. Like, am I supposed to force the Deathrite Shaman? Or, like, what am I doing with my life? Bro. So I kind of want to just hard cast a Daze. And then make them use their mana, their Deathrite shot. I just don't have enough action is the problem. Force pitch days. I do have to fetch at some point at this turn. Feel like we're in a really bad place. I mean, what am I gonna do? We're going in. We're going in. God, we're so close. We're 1 mana short. We're so close. So I could technically breach and preordain ponder and try to find my Lotus. Or I could play an island Dak Faden plus myself. The percentage chance of finding exactly Lotus is quite low. I only get 1 Dak loot, but I do save some life. I could technically freeze myself and try to find a Lotus, but then they're gonna eat my freeze. Steal the Mox? Steal the Mox. It's kind of an interesting play. I don't really know, though, because we kind of have to find action, don't we? But I guess if we Dak Faden and loot, we're kind of like stuck on only finding Lotus, which is kind of awkward. It's just this is a time where the Deathray Shaman is down, so it kind of makes me want to like try to go in. But the only way to go in is to Dak or to go Breach Ponder is the way to go in as well. It's 4 cards deep for a 1-of, though. It's not ideal. You're Dak plussing or you're Dak stealing? Right now, I don't think we have the number of cards in our yard for Lotus Petal to work. So we don't have the combo. That's just untrue. Opponent has an active Deathrite Shaman. I don't hate this play, though. I think this play is kind of reasonable. It does let us draw like Moxen to go breach or to go Moxen breach freeze for 3 and then try to go through a death. I just it's gonna be really hard to fight through this Deathrite Shaman is my assumption. But maybe by putting a Dak to 1, they're incentivized to attack with their Deathrite Shaman at my Dak Faden and attack with the Tarmogoyf at me. So there's some upside here to my Dak Faden being at 1, as it might maybe bait my opponent into attacking with the Deathrite Shaman, which would be very good for us, obviously. So I think this play makes the most sense. I kind of don't hate the idea of Steel Sapphire. I think it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I think this puts us in a pretty good spot, to be honest. Blood Moon would be a good draw. Fair, I guess. Assassin's Trophy on the Sapphire to make this bigger, and I don't have a fucking island because I fetched it? Oh! Oh no, what? Come on! Alright, top deck Lotus still gets me there. Top deck Lotus gets me there. I think I win the game with the top deck Lotus here, so... Emerald. What I might do is... Am I gonna freeze for 2, or should I like end step on their turn, freeze for 2? They're currently, I don't want to freeze. What are they missing? Planeswalker, instant sorcery. They're missing creature, so I could hit my Mana Gorger Hydra, and that would be lethal. All right, I'm gonna play these out and pass. I'm at a very precarious life total because I won't be able to fetch, so I do kind of need to just draw Lotus anyways. They're not going to attack with the Deathrite Shaman. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I have to end step freeze. No, well, I don't have to end step freeze if I draw. I actually can't even force anymore because I'm at 3 life, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, what's a guy gonna do, I guess? They just have Cruise too? Alright, opponent just fucking high rolled the shit out of me. Oh, yeah. Opponent has drawn very, very well. I mean, if they have nothing, like if they drew a bunch of lands and Tarmogoyfs, which is possible because they made their deck a bunch of lands and Tarmogoyfs, we still have outs, so... They can eat my Brain Freeze, which obviously makes my life really hard, but... If I hit a Ruby... That's not a Petal or a Lotus. Merchant Scroll. What? I wasn't on Cherry Stream. What are you talking about? I wish I could play lands out of my graveyard. So I can get a Ruby, but the Ruby doesn't cast anything. So I think this is just death, right? Can't even get Ancestral and cast it. So I'm not seeing any lines. Can't Gush. Not that I think you can cast Gush alternate cost anyways. Escape cost equal to the card's mana cost. Yeah, I don't know. What? I'm not exactly sure what you're saying here. Are you saying that I'm the same person as Cherry? Because that would not be true. That would be fact. I don't really want. Don't really want 4 Pyroblasts, I would think. I don't really. Am I trimming here? Like, combo wise? You have been fooled, my friend. I've been fooled. How am I supposed to trim here? I have no idea how I'm supposed to board versus bug. I mean, days on the play still seems fine, right? It'd be weird for two streamers who have like reasonable sized followings to be the same person. That's just my opinion, I guess. But yeah, kind of weird. What? Anyone know how you're supposed to board here? Because this doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You cut petal and flusters? Don't you want flusters? I don't really get it. I don't really see why we would want to cut petal. Doesn't seem right. I mean, maybe you don't want to bring in a braid, but a braid kills Deathrite Shaman, so kind of seems good to me. I don't understand how I'm supposed to cut here. Like, I don't think you're supposed to cut double brain freeze either because they have Deathrite Shaman, right? And you don't want to lose your brain freeze. Maybe I don't bring in a braids and I just bring in a Hydra and another basic. I feel like we want at least one braid. I just don't know what I'm supposed to cut. I'm just cut a preordain. Whatever. What's the worst that could happen? Flame for Leyline. I mean, I have a Managorger, Hydras, and Renin 6s for Leyline. I think it's kind of sus to be going that deep. Try this, I guess. Maxi, you should play a deck that fits your playstyle. So if you, it depends on like what decks you like to play in other formats, and if you tell chat which deck you like to play in other formats, I'm sure they can point you to a vintage equivalent. I think the vintage is so balanced right now that you can play any of the top tier decks and do fine. So you should really just play a deck that suits you, that suits what you want to be doing with Magic. I mean, maybe trimming a breach is fine. I have no idea. Yeah, I guess this is cool. Breacher aggro, you should play Ravager Shops. Nice ley line. Got him. Maybe I am supposed to board out one breach. I mean, if they have Force and Leyline, like, this is why I wanted to have a bunch of Flusterstorms. I don't know, man. What am I supposed to be doing here? I got ranched. I do have 2 dead breaches in my hand. I can't even keep this Ponder, right? So I'm just drawing dead off it. I guess I'm not technically drawing dead off it because... But I can't, like, play this Vulcan out into this wasteland anyways. That's much better. GG easy. Doomsday is very, very good. So opponent just kept a Wasteland Leyline Force of Will hand to try to get me, I guess. Yeah, Ravager Shops or one of the aggro Vine lists, like the Hogak deck hero. That'd be pretty good. That's a terrible draw, too. Jeez. All right. Well, I definitely have drawn all of the cards that are weak to Leyline of the Void. So maybe we do want to trim some of the cards that are weak to Leyline of the Void post board. I could see that being true. But I mean, we had our double Hydra hand at all. I just want both of these. No, I think I just want. Yeah, maybe I want both of these actually. And like bait out this wasteland here. They hit a land. It's pretty bad for me. Kind of needed them to not do that. Do they also have Ancestral, though? Is that, like, what's happening here? Or is this a Deathrite Shaman? Man, so they just kept a hand that had no colored mana and had Leyline Force. I guess that's reasonable. I mean, I did keep a hand that had Double Breach. So I feel like we fucked up sideboarding. Like maybe one of these breaches was supposed to be a Pyroblast or a Flusterstorm. And if one of these breaches was a Pyroblast or a Flusterstorm, we would have easily won this game with a turn 1 Hydra plus counter magic. Probably won't cut Cruise. Maybe we were supposed to trim 1 breach for a counter spell. Am I getting to untap with the Sanctuary? I mean, I guess it's cool. Appreciate it. I mean, if they have another force, then yeah, we're dead, I guess. Or an Assassin's Trophy. I'm gonna play this to play around days. Second Hydra. They just have double force. I mean, yeah, I feel like maybe we fucked up. I don't know. Yeah, so I would say Doomsday, Breach, one of those 2 decks. This is so frustrating though. Just really? I hate the bug deck because it feels like you have to draw like all the exact correct. Oh my god, I'm just getting completely. Maybe I am supposed to bring in claims. Maybe you were right. Whoever said claims, maybe you're right. I don't know. Seems like a little awkward to be fetching green to kill a ley line, but you bring in claims. Today we learned, I guess. I mean, I don't think Ren and 6 is that good in this matchup. They just have things that attack my Ren and 6, or they have like death rights that eat my lands. Like I could see maybe you like board out Ren and 6s in the matchup, and then you're not really fetching green for anything. Like I don't know. I feel like this is like got to be the best hand my opponent can have if they're gonna keep a no blue land hand and then just draw into blue blue land with a ley line double force wasteland. Like I guess I can't win. What am I gonna do? Like I had both Mana Gorge or Hydras and they just had all the answers. Like maybe I fucked up. I clearly I fucked up and maybe I kept in too many. I can't even like draw cards because of this, but I still have to preordain. Like I don't know. I think we boarded terribly. We were probably supposed to board in both Abrades and both Nature's Claims, and board out like a ton of graveyard cards. But I still think like we activated our game plan and we just like happened to run into a double forcible hand, right? Why are they? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really get to play Magic at all, so be it, I guess. This is kind of like a similar thing that happens when you play like PO, so kind of used to it, I guess. Yeah. I mean, guess that happens. I think we didn't really set ourselves up to beat that though, so it's probably our own fault. Like we probably should have sideboarded very differently. We sideboarded this, but what we probably should have done was sideboard this 6. I don't know what am I cutting though? Like if I'm bringing in this 6, I'm bringing in this 6, then I'm cutting, like, at least Breach, Grudge. What do we... I don't have a second bolt. So you would have to take out Freeze, Breach, Vamp, Jet. I guess that makes sense. And well, I did board out. I mean, we were close. We kind of needed to trim on the Breach combo more than we did to bring in more interaction. And that's not to say that we would have had interaction, because the 2 breaches we drew could have been 2 breaches from that are still in our main deck. I mean, I think we were close. Like, we started, but I mean, we didn't draw any of these 3 cards anyways, so I assume we still just lose, but okay. I mean, that's good to know. Thanks for the info. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and we'll play some Treacherous Blessing in between rounds, I guess. But if we lose again, I'll probably just stop, I would say. I don't think you want to take out Daze on the play. I mean, it seems like not something you would want to do, I would assume.